Hi, and welcome back to another Coffee with the Authors, where we talk about the craft and business of writing. And today we're going to talk about the R word.
Ooh, rejection. Such a bad word. Unfortunately, it's the norm. If you haven't experienced it yet, we don't want to talk to you. Rejection, oh man, it hurts. And we know that because we've both experienced it a lot. But what you have to understand really is that it is not personal. If your manuscript is getting rejected, very often it's just because maybe they weren't looking for that at that time. Maybe it's written really, really well, but they're looking for, a young adult novel and you've written a middle grade novel, or it could be any variety of things. You just haven't hit on maybe the right person yet.
Our writing is personal.
Yeah.
It comes from us. It comes from our core, our soul,
from our heart.
It does. It comes from our heart. So it's personal, but this is important. What it means is some editor or agent didn't have a use for your particular project at that particular time. That's all it means. It could be a brilliant book, but they just signed 2 other books that were in kind of a similar genre, similar vibe recently, or like Wendelin said, maybe they're saying, I don't do SFF, and you're saying, here's my 150,000 word science fiction novel. And they're saying, no, thank you, So it maybe just isn't a good fit for them at that time. But it doesn't mean anything about you as a person or as a writer. That's really critical that you kind of get that in your head.
So what's the antidote to it? Because we do need an antidote, because it does hurt. It hurts a lot. We put a lot into what it is we've written, and we put it out there with a lot of hope, and it's come back with a no, sorry. So hope in the mail, that's kind of how I made it through all my years of rejection. Mark encouraged me to keep putting my work out there, because if you've gotten a rejection, it's really hard to pull yourself back up, but give someone somewhere a chance to say yes to you. So if you have submitted something, it's been rejected, submit it again. If it gets rejected again, keep putting hope back in the mail, because that's going to increase the likelihood that you will connect with someone who can say yes to you. And in the meantime, while you're putting hope in the mail, keep writing.
Keep writing.
Because it is really the thing that will get you through rejection and further along in your writing journey. It gives you something constructive to do. It gives you the sense that you are moving forward instead of just kind of stuck in this loop of rejection. And if you're moving forward, it also gives you like this emotional backstop, where if another reject comes into you, then you've got this other thing that you're working on that you're excited about. And while you're resubmitting your original project, you're working on this other thing, which, hey, maybe your writing skill has improved. Maybe it's something that someone out there will like. And so you will have something else to submit.
It also reinforces in your own mind the fact that you're a writer. Not that I am the author of this one particular piece, and if this one particular piece fails, then I'm a failure. It's not that. It's that I am a writer. I've got lots of projects. I'm going to write lots more projects, and this is what writers do. They continually write. So having more than one project not only increases your odds of success, whatever that means to you, but it's good for your mental health. It's like otherwise everything hinges on this one particular submission, this one manuscript. And you don't need that kind of pressure in your brain when you're trying to be creative. So like she said, the best thing you can do is just to keep on writing for a whole bunch of reasons. It'll really kind of improve your headspace, and it'll increase your odds of success down the road.
If you get comments from an editor and agent, pay attention to the comments if they align with other similar comments.
Yeah.
So if someone might reject like, maybe I'm just not looking for this at this time, or they might say, didn't really connect with your character, or they might say, something about the plot. If a lot of people are telling you they didn't connect with the character, you need to take a step back from your work and consider that. It's really easy to have a knee-jerk reaction like, oh, you just don't get it. But if several people tell you the same thing, then you need to take a step back and reanalyze it, because there's probably some validity to it.
Another reason to constantly be working on your next project is that it is really common to have an agent or editor read something and say, I can't use this at this time, but I like your writing. What else do you have? And we're going to talk about this in detail later, this concept of the R&R, the revise and resubmit, when we start getting kind of doing a deep dive into agents and how they work. But the punchline is this. You would hate it if you sent out your one thing, you spent a whole year just shopping this one thing without writing something else, and somebody gets this and says, I can't use this. This isn't really my wheelhouse, but I love your writing. What else do you have? And you don't have anything else that's polished and ready to go. You would kick yourself in the ass. So when you get those comments, it's so nice to be able to say, well, reach into your back pocket and go, I have this.
That did not look like a back pocket.
It is my back pocket. So for multiple reasons, keep on working.
Thank you for stopping in to have a cup of coffee with us. We hope you enjoyed this session and that you got something useful out of it and some inspiration to keep on writing. We would love it if you would like, share, and subscribe to keep us going. And also, we'd like to provide you with the things that you like to hear about. So if there's a particular subject that you'd like us to address, let us know and we will try to get to that. Meanwhile, remember, dream big, work hard, and don't give up.
And keep writing.
You're so bad.
What?
Perfect bumblebee.
You are the perfect yellow bumblebee.